Yo, it's me again. I wanted to show you two very powerful sequencers. First one is the melody sequencer. So this one doesn't work on its own. You have to connect it to something. So I'm just gonna grab a synth here. Here you have the outputs. So you connect notes to notes or pitch in, and you can add also velocity. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Now you can see the notes are running. It's already playing. You can stop it here. You can clear the pattern and you can draw a pattern. High notes at the top, low notes at the bottom. And the further you go back, velocity is going to be smaller. So you can create pretty dynamic melodies. And if you want to delete just a section here, you can go to the bottom and just use your trigger here to just delete the notes that you don't want. You can click the advanced button, and here you have some extra features, a lot extra features. You set the rate, 16 note, 8 notes or quarter notes. You can set the direction, so go from left to right or right to left, and the loop length, so how many steps actually, and you can see it's only playing this section. Now if you want to have more than 16 steps, you could use the preset section here. Now this is quite a cool thing. So here you can create different presets, different parts, and let's say I like this part. I can click override to part 1. Now I'll go to part 2 and I'll make a little change. And now I'm gonna override part 2. Now I'll just tap this. Now if I go to part 1 and I click the green button, you're gonna see it jumps back. Go to part 2 and it goes back to this. So now if I go to song mode, see I have another play button here. I can set up for each part a condition. So if I tell it, for example, play part 1 for 1 loop, then go to part 2. And when I go to part 2, I tell it to play it for 2 loops, and then go to part 1. Okay, and now I'm gonna play this. You see, it's playing this 1 time, then going to 2, playing it twice, then going to part 1 again. Like this, you can create pretty awesome long phrases and so on. Besides that, you can set the octave, you can pitch shift it, you can transpose it from here, you can adjust the scale. You can also change the color by just hitting this button, and you can set global swing of this device, and it matches to the global swing.